You know, there's plenty to learn about the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Now, you can go to the University of Cairo and get your PhD, or, like me, you can ask your Trip-Oppo tour guide. But I'll tell you one thing, the awe that you feel being here, it's beyond words.
Well, we're going to Karnak Temple, and then we're going to Luxor Temple. It's kind of a temple day today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This particular temple here, Karnak, many of you may recognize if you're movie buffs. We'll see you then.
Karnak Temple. More will be revealed.
So, as I told you, that.
The Karnak Temple was built in what is referred to as the Middle Kingdom of ancient Egypt, about 2000 BC. The temple got its name from the nearby village of El Karnak. They started building the Temple of Karnak 2300 BC, and it took over 2,000 years to complete. That's a lot of work. Now, if these columns look familiar, it may be because you saw the movie The Spy Who Loved Me, where James Bond and Jaws were chasing each other through these columns. I won't tell you how that ended up.
If you look there where you see people goes around, if they go around the scarabs for 8 times, no, they got plenty of children.
Tell us, Ahmed, why are these people circling the scarab?
This is because they believe that if they go around the scarab 7 times, they get married. If they go around the scarabs 8 times, they can have plenty of children. So people, they go hoping to get married as well as to have children and also to get health and wealth.
So the scarab is like a fertility beetle and get yourself a bride or groom beetle.
Absolutely. Stays 2 weeks and then he goes back. Egyptians used to celebrate, as we will see by the walls.
We're gonna walk along Sphinx Avenue, Ram Avenue, Raw Avenue,
Luxor
Raw Avenue.
Temple Avenue.
The original ground that we are staying right now, they have to
Luxor Temple was the largest and most significant religious center in ancient Egypt, built over several hundred years by many different pharaohs.
okay, but in reserve. But if I go as an officer, they will have the crown.
Here at Luxor Temple, we see lots of likenesses of Ramses II. All of these statues. Apparently, Ramses II was into selfies, but these selfies took a little bit of time. As you can see, there's a lot of detail in these incredible statues that have withstood the test of time. Luxor is also where we board the Nile River cruise ship. A 5-star cruise featuring spacious cabins, comfortable lounges, a huge outdoor deck complete with pool, and a buffet with a wonderful, tasty assortment of Egyptian and Western cuisine. One of the things we enjoy here on the cruise is at 4:30 every day, it's tea time. You have tea, coffee, nice piece of cake, whatever suits your fancy, and it's very casual. Beautiful day here. Always a beautiful day here on the Nile River. Never rains.
Then you have to pinch yourself because you realize you're on a river cruise going down the Nile. Like, how cool is that?
It's pretty awesome. The captain of this particular ship has been operating boats on the Nile for over 50 years. His father was also a captain on a boat on the Nile. The boat moves from port to port, mostly at night, which gives us the opportunity for some exciting daytime excursions. Like a hot air balloon ride. What a spectacular view. We do have the opportunity from time to time to scoot across the Nile in a motorboat.
A new adventure. Every day a new adventure.
The Valley of the Kings, the necropolis of Thebes, where we find many of the tombs of ancient Egypt's most renowned and powerful rulers.
We need a ticket. Can't get it without a ticket.
We're at the Valley of the Kings. From the Middle Kingdom until the New Kingdom, the pharaohs decided to move their grave sites from the Great Pyramids of Giza to here in the hidden tombs at Thebes. Why did they make the move? Let's ask our Trip Oppo tour guide, the expert. So tell me, Imad, why did the pharaohs decide to move from Giza to the hidden tombs? Why did they decide to hide those tombs?
Because all the pyramids been dropped, they start seriously to think that they must hide their tombs because due to the great robberies that it used to be happening those days. So when they decide to do that, the capital changed from Memphis, which is located there at Giza, to Thebes, to Luxor here. So when they moved, the first thing they did that they crossed to the West Bank. So they came, they looked, they found that that's the best spot. This is the best location to do their tombs here, to hide their tombs. The shape of the valley, it's like beautiful. If you look to the shape of the mountain, it's exactly like the shape of a pyramid, and that even it makes their tombs even like less protected and more safe.
Well, they were certainly protected because they didn't find Tutankhamun's tomb until 1922. That's a long time.
That it is, and it was one of the big events in last century.
We're at the tomb of Hatshepsut. Egypt's great female leader. She reigned for 22 years, and by all accounts, she was a tremendous leader. Unfortunately, her son came along and got rid of her image everywhere. Broke this thing down. Unfortunate. Come on.
تمام الإكرامية بتاعتك. تمام يا دكتور. مش عايز زيادة. تمام يا دكتور ما تجيلكش. تمام. لا أجلك طبعا.
They're working things out. They're working things out.
We found that the hustle and bustle of Aswan is best experienced in a horse-drawn carriage. Our destination, the Temple of Horus. Horus was the son of Osiris and Isis, and is depicted on the tombs of most kings who believed he protected them.
There's a great story. Joe, I'd love for you to tell us about it.
All right, this is the Temple of Horus in Edfu, Upper Egypt, built in 237 BC. It took about 180 years to build. Now, Horus is depicted as a falcon or a person with a falcon's head. He was the protector of the living. This is one of the most famous statues in all of Egypt.
And again, it's our favorite god.
The Temple of Kom-Ombo is best experienced at night, built in about 150 BC and dedicated to two different gods.
We're at the Temple of Kom-Ombo in Upper Egypt, rich in gold. Here you'll find depicted Horus and the crocodile god Sobek.
Our final night on the cruise ship included a wonderful feast and Egyptian costumes and dancing. Whether you're examining the incredible handiwork from a civilization that thrived 4,000 years ago, floating over this historical area in a hot air balloon, or enjoying a Nile River boat ride, it really hits home. There's no place like Egypt.